Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Whelan. My pronouns are he, him. I am an author, game designer, and professional nerd. Tonight, I am the host of Theater of the Mind Players, your friendly local actual play show.
Flaps.
God damn it.
You're welcome.
Flaps!
Tonight, we are embarking on our fourth tale within the City of Mist. This is the first edition book. This game from Son of Oak Game Studio is a game of ordinary people with legendary powers. What that means is that we're going to be playing a street level super / fantasy game where each of the characters here has both a normal life that they must wrestle with, but also are connected to a myth or a legend that gives them extraordinary abilities. If you haven't already, please, if you are able to, go back to the Pied Goodbye, which was our first one-shot. That's going to introduce the characters that are here tonight. And then watch the remainder of the series to kind of catch up where things are and how they're going. But we're because this is the start of a new episode, we're going to have everybody go around, introduce themselves, and introduce both the mortal half of their character, or ordinary half, I guess is another way to put it, and the legendary half of their character. And I must admit, having shopped around and looked at a couple of other shows and play reports, we're definitely leaning more into the mythology aspect as opposed to sort of the superhero aspect, which is fine. I'm enjoying it. But it's just interesting to see how different groups manifests the balance between these two characters. So, without further ado, let's begin with our first mind player.
Hello, my name is Tony Cheek, he, him, and I am playing Robin Parker, who is a little foster child boy with a family that he's not quite getting along with, but he does enjoy his Little League team. He is the logos of Peter Pan.
Mythos.
He's the mythos of Peter Pan.
I get them mixed up too.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad.
Peter Pan.
And don't you have a few lingering injuries as well?
How does one remove those?
We'll be doing a montage to kick off this particular episode, so you'll be able to remove one of those. One of those at the very least. As when we begin.
Okay.
Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hi, I'm Jenny Higgins, she, her, and tonight I will be playing Dorothy Troy. As a regular person, she's an investigative journalist, and her legendary guise is that of Cassandra. Cursed with the sight.
Cursed with the sight.
But not the belief.
Prophecy that nobody believes, which is unfortunately going to come true. Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hi, I'm Tawny P. Thompson, she, hers, and I am playing Tawny Barnes, aka DJ Night Owl. And my mythos is the myth or legend of owls throughout many cultures.
How are you feeling about a character sharing your name? Is it weird yet? Has it been weird?
Messing me up so hard. Every single time Rob says, like, oh, so Haley and Tawny, I'm like, why is he using my name instead of my character's name? And then I go,
oh, yeah.
Oh.
After watching Reservation Dogs, I thought that's why you were always wearing sunglasses.
Well, it's also a useful DM trick to... Like, this is happening in-game. I'm addressing you by your character. Now I want you to engage with the mechanics in the outside world. I'm addressing you by you.
You have to say Y or IE. Tawny Y. Tawny IE.
And I see, I feel like I'm used to, it's the, two people in the same class with your name. And with Tawny, I imagine you never really
never had that
experienced
happen before.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah. No, I'm never doing this again.
You could go like the greaser route and call her by her last name. Like, yo, what's up, Thompson?
That seems weird.
It feels be weird.
Tawny Who and Tawny P.
That also seems weird. Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hello, I am Ethan Eichstedt Anderson, he, him, and I am playing Christopher Clausen, whose logo is of a shield because he's a cop, and his mythos is Santa Claus.
And let's move on to our final mind player.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Babe. I am playing Haley Jones, who is a lovely hairstylist by day, and her mythos is Medusa, and my pronouns are she, they. Thank you.
Now, this game characterizes itself as something of a neo-noir game. I like to imagine the city as something out of sort of the Batman animated universe, that sort of Gotham City blend of gargoyles, but also cell phones, but also old, Buicks, but also computers, and sort of mishmash together. So, because of the noir leanings of the setting, the majority of our episodes are going to start with a monologue by one of the characters. While that also kind of lets us know which character is going to be the focus. And it's interesting because it's a technique that I've seen come back in a lot of shows, like Only Murders in the Building does it, where it's like, okay, this is who the show is going to be about. So while Sarah is performing her monologue, what I'd like for the other players to do is to think about how you want to engage with the montage mechanic, and the montage reflects sort of the downtime of the characters, because a few weeks have passed since our last episode. Now the choices for the montage are: you can give attention to one of your logos themes, and you can tell everyone at the table how you do it, and you can mark attention on that theme. You can work the case, which means tell everyone how you do it and gain 3 clues with a method and a source based on your description. You can explore your mythos, where you tell everyone at the table which mystery you explore and how you do it. You gain 1 clue with a method and a source based on your description. And you also mark attention on that mystery's theme. Attention is kind of like experience for the different themes of the character, and once you give it a theme enough attention, you can unlock additional moves based on what you're doing with it. You can prepare for your next activity. You tell everyone at the table how you prepare and choose one. You can recover all your burnt power tags, or you can gain 3 juice with a method based on your description. Clues and juice are points that you can basically use to kind of make declarations about, like, oh, I have I know what this person is. Oh, I have a Holocaust cloak. A good example of how to use a clue is, oh, you meet a rift. Who is it? I know who it is. It's so-and-so. Because we have established in the fiction that rifts, which are the characters that have the mythic powers, can sense each other, but they don't know what power the other each person has. And finally, and this is where Tony probably wants to do this one, recover from your last activity. For each of your ongoing statuses still affecting you, the MC, that's me, will tell you if and how it can be reduced during your downtime and by how many tiers. Alternately, the MC can allow you to reduce any or some of your statuses by 1 tier for each relevant tag that you have. And I can jump into a scene if I want to have it be more than just you sipping coffee and brooding and looking out over the city. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Sarah Babe and her monologue for today's episode.
The city might be full of dangerous places, people, and things, but it's also full of very beautiful things. Oh no, not me, but thank you for thinking that. No, I'm talking about how the sun glitters across the harbor in the morning. How Midtown Square starts pumping like the heart of the whole place in the morning and doesn't slow down until after midnight. How taking the right street in Old Town might put you into one of the secret gems of the city that only a few people deserve to know. All of these sights can be seen from the Olympian, the biggest and most expensive hotel in the city. It belongs to Niccolo Toretti, one of the biggest businessmen here in the city. The only building taller is Neocenter 1, and that was built just a few years ago. This building has been in his family, our family, for generations. He's got all the power and money you might expect, but I know he's got even more. See, he's a rift, like me, and embodies the power of Zeus. He's been letting me stay here after my place got trashed in a battle between some rifts and these spooky guys everyone's calling the gatekeepers. It's been a quiet few weeks since then, and living in the lap of luxury is pretty swell. My clients still see me in my room. I still get to go out into the city sometimes, and whenever I spend time with Nikki, he makes me feel like I am the whole city to him. I don't have the heart to tell him that Quaff has been rebuilt and I should be going. I feel like I'm living on top of the world. When I woke up this morning, I heard a small voice inside my head that sounded like one of my missing sisters. She reminded me of something I forgot while living up in the Olympian. When you're on top of the world, the only place to go is down.
All right. So, who would like to take the lead on their montage scene?
I definitely know what I'm doing. Okay.
Well, congratulations.
Hi. Actually, I think this is going to be perfect because everything that's going on makes a lot of sense for me to do this, and we get to explore a new mechanic because I'm going to mark the last attention on one of my mythos by exploring the mystery of it. The mystery on it is why didn't I see it coming? And I had that as why didn't I see it coming when so the weird backstory none of y'all really know yet, I don't think, is that Drago takes rifts when they're newly formed, so that they're all confused, and then uses them for his business. And so that is what happened to my character as well as Beowulf. And at one point, Tawny thought, oh God, it's so weird. My character thought that Beowulf was dead. And so she escaped. So, yeah. So I think it's a good time to explore that mystery.
So how are you exploring the mystery?
I think probably just like sitting down and figuring out what's up with Richie.
Okay.
Like, where is this now as compared to where it was,
Okay.
however long ago.
Okay. So once you mark that attention, go ahead and tell us what your choices are here.
Yeah, so my choices on improvements are open book. When you investigate with power tags from this theme, it's dynamite. Ahead of the game, once per scene, you get a free clue. Seasoned investigator. Whenever you investigate with power tags from this theme and score a 7 to 9, choose one of the MC's options in the investigate move. The MC can't choose this option this time. Prophetic. When you use a clue to ask the MC what's going to happen next, the MC can't give you just a hint and must instead give you a straight answer. If you use the MC's power to your or answer to your advantage on your next move, you get an appropriate temporary tier 1 status. Or a fighting chance. You're more than just a bucket of knowledge or a hub of heightened awareness. When push comes to shove, you can fend for yourself. Choose a power tag question from the Expression or Bastion theme books and answer it. Write down the answer as a new power tag on this theme. I'm thinking, so fighting chance would have been cool, but I think I would have wanted to do some prep before and pick rather than sit here now and try to figure that out. So I think I'm going to go with prophetic.
Okay.
So
what is that? What is that again?
When you use a clue to ask the MC what's going to happen next, the MC can't just give you a hint and must instead give you a straight answer. If you use the MC's answer to your advantage on your next move, you gain an appropriate temporary tier 1 status.
Okay. Well, I mean that definitely also fits the sort of the prophecy of your of your character. So how are you are you being paranoid and you're following Richie wherever he goes, or are you just going on like a date?
Oh no, I don't know.
They both sound so much fun.
They do. I don't. No, I think probably just a date.
Ooh.
I don't know if she's that, I mean, I don't know, maybe she would be paranoid when it comes to him because she didn't see it coming last time. You know what I mean?
well, that's why I asked.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go creepy, because I'm leaning into the scumbag this time around. Hang on, let me swap to my sunglasses.
She's like, I must put on my scumbag hat.
Wait. We're all being creepy now.
I do find it interesting that we talked a lot about Jordan's Barbarian Awakening and Fallout, but I also feel like we played a couple of games now where Tawny has like really dove into her inner scumbag. So I like this. So we cut to the radio station and we hear Tawny doing her usual shtick of like, good evening, my parliament, yada yada yada. But then as we fade into the studio, we pan across like the on air and blah blah blah. But the camera turns and we see that she's not in there, but there's the big loop tape recorder that's playing an old show that she recorded many years ago. Why is she not in her studio? It's because she's jumping from rooftop to rooftop as she follows Richie Gray as he makes his way through the city.
Grey or Gray?
EA.
It's the A and the E smushed together. Yeah.
A.
No, Richie Gray with an E. Okay.
Don't know why.
And you stop because he is definitely making sure that he is not being followed and he is not seeing you because you are good at being sneaky.
I am good at being sneaky.
And he goes into an alleyway where there is a big white panel van, and he bangs on it 3 times. The driver gets out with a bag of potato chips, and like there are just chunks of them in his big beard. Like he's a big round ginger man.
Right now, there's a big round ginger man listening to this eating chips going, what the hell? How do they know?
Can they see me?
Yes, we can see you.
And you see them have a brief conversation.
Can I hear them with my... I actually don't think I have anything for that.
Which is weird because
I know.
Owls have pretty good hearing.
Yeah.
Their ears
well,
are
I picked
actually
this in complete darkness instead.
Yeah, show
Uneven?
for the dark vision, not the radar hearing.
All right, I mean,
I
your
had the
choice.
option between the two, and that's the one.
Okay.
Oh, well. You know.
I mean, I wouldn't have done that, but, that's your character.
I mean, you can still investigate, or you could also look beyond the mist here if you really want to push your abilities.
Maybe you could read their lips?
Yeah, let's look beyond the mist.
Okay. So, what happens is there are essentially 2 moves that are the sort of what's going on here move. One of them is investigate, which is, just noticing the clues around them. The other one is looking beyond the mist, which is basically kind of pushing your powers a little bit and closing your eyes and using the owl force or whatever you want to call it.
The Harbinger.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Instead of using the power tags, which is how you add bonuses to roll, you use how many mythos cards you have.
2.
So that's a +2. Yeah. So roll 2d6, add +2. Tell me what you get.
12.
Okay, that is dynamite. So when you roll 12 or better, you basically get bonus plus success. In this case, because you're investigating, your investigation reveals a key detail. The MC will reveal the most valuable detail in the scene. And then you can use you get clue points to basically ask follow-up questions. So you get 2 clue points because that's what your power was. So so how do you reach out? Like, do you like close your eyes and
I think it's I forgot to grab my headphones. I'm feeling all up. Okay. I think
Actually, that would be cool if you
Yeah.
put on your headphones.
yeah, I think she pulls up the headphones and just like
When to avoid.
yeah.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
An owl actually lands closer to the like on top of the like the fire escape that's right above them. Like you're up here.
Is it a little tawny owl?
Yeah, of course. And it
They're
basically
so cute and little.
relays the conversation. And you hear the bearded man go, no offense, I'll sell as many of these things to you as you want, but I mean, where do they go? Like, you keep coming back. And Richie's like, they keep breaking. If you sold me weapons of better quality, maybe I wouldn't have to come back. Well, crunch, 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 crunch. Well,
It's like that Lord of the Rings scene.
Oh, yeah.
well, if you want weapons that ain't gonna break, then maybe you should go to a gun store instead of me. You have the weapons that I need for what I need to do. That's fair. Crunch, 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 crunch. I thought you had a better. I thought you had a better reputation than this, Hephaestus. I'm not working with the best materials. I mean, they don't even have the pita chips that I like. I have to eat potato chips like some kind of common mortal. Ugh. And he opens the van door, and all down the side of the van are various swords of, like the gladius and broadsword, and Tawny could name probably like half a dozen things.
Saber,
here.
small sword,
Right.
Short
bastard sword,
long sword,
hand and a
medium
half,
sword.
great sword,
Sword.
Sort of all
Double-handed
things.
bastard
yeah,
sword.
yeah, saber, rapier.
Okay.
Fencing
And-
foil, cutlass, shrimp salad.
Barbecue shrimp, shrimp salad.
Orc slaying shrimp. Anyway, and he grabs and like picks up a blade and whoosh, 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 starts testing it, and man, maybe for the ladies, he actually like takes off his hoodie and
Yeah,
showing off.
we're here for that part. Yeah,
Ladies and
ladies.
For everybody who likes the male figure.
Can I use one of my clue points to use my new skill and ask you what's going to happen next?
Richie's gonna go and slay a monster.
Do I know what monster?
So, Hephaestus is like, so who are you gonna kill next? Crunch, 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 crunch. And he's like, I've heard rumors there's a chupacabra in Little Mexico.
Okay. All right.
That's
so,
cool. Crunch, 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 crunch. Do you have any other questions that you want to ask?
It's a chupa thingy.
Why is he hiding this? Or is he hiding this?
Oh, because you're friends with a monster.
Okay. Figured I knew the answer to that, but wanted to be sure. Okay.
Well, well, let's play it in. Are you gonna go after Medusa? Because I probably got to tell somebody about that. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I mean, she's like the last of her kind in the city. That's, like, I don't know if you got some kind of crunch, 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 finger lick, finger lick, finger lick.
Oh,
Some kind of
in the time of COVID.
Yeah, like, I don't know if she's on some kind of endangered species list or something, like. And Richie stops. I'll kill her last. As we cut to, what are you doing in the old montage?
I would like to see basically the chain that got Nash Bartel elected to a commissioner or whatnot.
So you want to see
Basically, what palms he greased to get up there, so I can figure out who is actually goods in the higher up.
Okay, so it sounds like you're still working the case here, where you are, you're telling every the table how you're doing it, and you're going to gain 3 clues with a method and a source based on your description. So, what 3 questions do you want to ask? Or how do we want to portray the scene? Is this just the scene of you, like, do you got the corkboard up? Are you like running?
Probably a combination of the corkboard and the efficient League of Friends running around getting information.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about them.
The Efficient League of Friends.
I think that's what I called them.
Yeah. I feel like it changes ever so slightly every time we do it.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Okay, so where do you meet one of your contacts?
At the arcade.
Okay. So, like, I like the idea that, like, you and him are doing the thing where you're both playing the games next to each other, but you're actually talking. And do I do an elf voice?
Yes.
Yeah, I do an elf voice.
Yeah,
Okay.
you do.
All right.
We need this.
Are there multiple elves? Because we can do elf voices.
Spider-Man!
Maybe depends on how many clues he spends here, I think.
Janitor Man would be nice for Aberrant.
Oh, that would be great.
What's shaking, Kringle?
Looking to get some information on the upside.
Yeah, well, these arcade games ain't free, pal.
Yep, I brought your quarters.
You just put the payment up on the where you stick your quarter, like to
reserve
the spot. Except it's like a $10 bill or something.
Did you hear that Bartel just got a promotion?
Yeah, they're gonna announce it pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm kind of figure out how that happened.
Well, he's got a lot of powerful friends.
Exactly. I want to figure out who those are, who to avoid, and who to contact to get maybe switch things around a bit.
I hear it's already a done deal.
That's what they say, but until it's announced, you never know.
Well, that's true. I hear one of his big backers is Nikki Toretti.
Toretti, eh?
Fuck!
Okay, might need to look into him.
And I also heard that he's friends with Lee Casada.
These are all names that are new to me.
And Hans Conried too. They've all been talking to the mayor.
Okay.
Do you have any other clues you want to spend here? Or you can hang on to them for later. We can do a flashback to.
I might hang on to him.
Okay. So you spent 1 clue for that information. All right. Let's go to. What are you?
Okay. So I was paying attention, but I was confused.
That's okay.
So I just want you to let you know that I was paying attention.
If you need me to clarify things, that's why I'm here.
Okay. So if I were to ask, because on my mythos stone stair, the mystery is where are my sisters? So that would be working the case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that would add an attention to that mythos.
No, if you want an attention okay.
Explore the mystery.
You can explore your mythos, which basically you can work the case where you get three clue things to spend, or you can explore your mythos where you gain one clue, but then you also mark attention to the theme.
Okay. And if you hit 3 attention on your mythos, you pick a thing on the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you do that, I have a very easy way for you to do it. You're talking to the shield.
Yeah. That's great.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So you don't have to. We don't have to work. Like, you can pick your stuff after the scene because I just want to do the scene.
Right. I'm just gonna add that little attention.
Yeah. So I think here we kind of pan into a lavish hotel room. Like, I think the Olympian, like, it's not like Caesar's Palace where it's like very obviously themed, but there are still a lot of references to, sort of Grecian design and there are probably columns and sort of marble thing.
Am I in the Medusa suite?
What would what would the Medusa suite be?
Green and snaky.
Beautiful stonework.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Tribute to Poseidon and one angry Athena.
Or maybe it's the Aphrodite suite.
No, I like the idea of a Medusa suite being kind of green and more like kind of lush.
Yeah, like foresty.
Like foresty, jungly. Like,
yeah.
It's got a wall aquarium next to it.
With water snakes.
It's the House of Mirrors.
Eels.
Yeah.
Yeah, eels.
Yeah, eels.
So where are you hiding the shield? Because I'm sure you probably don't want Nikki to know about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, Nikki's great and all, but this is my shield. I probably hide it because usually, like, hotel beds don't actually have like an under, so I probably carved a little like
Stash spots for it.
Yeah, stash spot.
Yeah,
for
so
it underneath there.
you pull out like one of the sectional on the side there, and then you reach underneath it and you slide out the shield, and you're staring at it. And do we ever establish names for your sisters?
I think we decided it was Megara, Tisiphone, and Alecto.
Okay.
Totally stealing it from Hades, the video game, before anybody calls me out on it. So Bite me.
If you're here for authentic mythology,
If the lore fits,
I hate to tell you,
you must acquits.
I thought we Googled it.
She did.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
If only I was a good GM and wrote this stuff down, we wouldn't have to worry about this.
No, I took it straight from the video game.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, I wasn't like.
How do you summon them?
Yes.
I think I sing a lullaby that our mother sang to us when we were children.
Okay. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, little snakehead.
Shoop.
And you see the hazy face of Alecto. And I think she is the sister that you have interacted with the least, because I feel like this is an ongoing conversation with the other sisters, and most of them haven't really had concrete details. They've just been like, I think we're like, I can feel an energy. don't but I don't remember how we got here. And Electo is the youngest because let's do some creepy kid stuff.
All right. Let's fucking go.
Hi, big sister.
Electo, it's so good to see your face.
I wish I could see your face. All I see is a weird reflection of my own. And she like puts her hands out, and you hear her kind of touch a like a glass piece. It's okay. I mean, I don't know how long we've been here, but it doesn't seem that long.
You've been there for quite a bit. But I'm glad it doesn't seem like it's been very long for you.
Well, how have you been? Our sisters won't tell me what's going on.
Oh, I've been okay.
They said that it was adult stuff. What does that mean?
Well, they're probably trying to not make you worry too much. I mean, there's not anything much for you to worry about. It's just I'm trying to find where you are. Where all three of you are.
I wish I knew. She's got pigtails, and they are snakes.
Oh, I love it.
We were in a city. I remember that.
Oh, what kind of city?
It was a big one?
Mm-hmm.
It had these big tall buildings. There was one in the middle that was really tall. And really kind of scary looking. It looked like a remote control.
Okay. Does that look like
Neo Center 1?
Neo Center 1?
Yes.
Do you remember if it was called Neo Center 1?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Did you ever go to that building?
Yeah. I did. Well, we all did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I think Uncle Zeus took us.
Oh, you must have had a nice tour.
A knock on your door.
Oh, just a minute, Nikki.
Darling, I can't wait.
I'll talk to you later. I have to go, sweetie.
Who was that him?
Yes, I love you.
You slide everything. Okay, look in the mirror, open the door, and he's there with trailed by a room service cart, like just filled with like brunch options, and he's got a bottle of champagne.
Oh, Nikki, darling, you're so sweet.
I thought if I brought you breakfast, we might as well do it in bed.
Oh.
No.
Cut to.
Not better. No.
I'm glad it's creeping you out.
She's like, I'm making out with Matt Berry.
Tongue wrestling with Matt Berry.
Tongue wrestling with Matt Berry.
Jesus H. Tap dancing Christ.
Matt Berry, please don't let this deter you from coming on the show.
Oh, he'll bring Rich Fulcher. And,
Bring Nandor.
Where are you?
I am.
What are you doing in the montage choices here?
Well, I don't know if I have to change it now, because after
the look you just gave me.
like I don't have to like no, it was not. It was I don't want to step on anything. So
That's okay.
After what happened at the nightclub, I am feeling terrible because I still have some doubts about the motivation of whoever is driving the typewriter.
Mm-hmm.
So it had been my intention to find real concrete proof of what happened and where Medusa's sisters are.
Okay.
So in that wise, I was going to work on my routine of being an investigative journalist
Oh.
and do and since there's kind of a crack in that, try and because if I can't make this work, I'm going to have to find something else to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be in a tent at a Renaissance fair, telling people's fortunes. And please don't mind the clicking you hear behind the curtain. So, because Underwoods, while old, ain't exact the period.
Right.
So, I was going to hunt
So
for
give
clues
attention
and
to your.
give attention to my investigative journalist day job and really work on something to
So what are you looking for as far as like?
well, from the friendship that she and I have struck up, because we have help. Like last known location, anything that I may know about what they do, and see if I can find where they were last, and see if maybe Electo had gotten lured into a panel van full of puppies, or
Oh, you're investigating the sisters.
the sisters. Yeah, what
Yeah,
happened? What happened with?
Don't feel like you're stepping on my toes or anything.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was already something kind of in line with that,
Okay.
Like,
because I don't want to.
do your thing. No,
I don't
you're
want to
No.
do that. So
no.
I'll find some mundane clues, because I feel like all of that is tied together. Like they're going to use the sisters to try and have something terrible to Haley. And
Well, and also that's great too, because like as far as I'm concerned, all y'all think I'm just a monster. So like if you're actually like helping and researching where my sisters are,
it's like, no, we're
Girl.
pals.
yeah, like
So I was thinking, with my file of rifts and my map of
Actually, I have
yarn things.
I have an idea. Like, I think you've been consulting that because you've been looking at it. Like, I like the idea that you've been consulting that because you're like, this is a rifts thing, so it's got to be some sort of supernatural thing, and I've got to use the artifact and blah 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 blah, and it just hasn't been happening. And then there's a knock on your door as you're looking at the thing, you're like,
I pull down the map of the state. It's like,
yeah, like, oh yes, I clearly want to learn about Augusta, Maine. All right.
It's got a population of 1,500, you know?
that's the capital.
Or it did 17 years ago when this map was printed.
7 paper mills. Yeah.
Troy, did you file that piece on the Costanza Bar Mitzvah yet?
Just putting in the last jots here.
Yeah, make sure. I think the rabbi has done a couple of other of those things. So make sure you spell it right, because I got an earful the last time.
Yeah. You only misspell Buttafuoco once.
And you grudgingly go over to the file of your society stuff, because this is the job that you are stuck with.
Pays the bills.
And then you stop. And then you start flipping. And you start pulling out every entry that you have on Niccolo Toretti. As the owner of the Olympian, he definitely shows up in your mundane files a lot.
Oh, for sure.
And sure enough, the accompanying pictures are of different women on his arm. But there's a third one at a kids charity that's like sitting on his knee. And they all look very similar.
Oh, hey.
Lee.
And
This
then,
means something.
yeah. And then a chill wraps around your stomach. Because the name of the little girl you recognize from another article you wrote. An obituary. And we cut to...
For anyone on the podcast, I just flipped off Rob with my middle finger. Very hard.
Never mind.
We're doing this as hard as we can.
Thank you. Yes. Every time I do it, I'm like, doing this as hard as I can.
All right, Tony, what are you doing in your downtime?
Well, I got some stuff to get rid of here. Plenty of tags I would like to remove if at all possible.
So, what tags do you have, and which ones would you like to remove?
Well, I have a 1, which is watched by gatekeepers, and then I have 2 3s, one of which is owes the DA and broken leg.
Okay.
Yeah, the broken leg.
I have an idea. I don't know how many I can get rid of, but I have an idea to address both owes the DA and broken leg.
Okay.
I thought maybe I'm in the hospital. Maybe I said it was hit and run. Maybe the DA comes and visits me, and maybe I give her a certain license plate of a car I was chasing.
Okay. Why don't you here? Give me those 2 back. I will reduce them. Oops! I will reduce them thusly. So your broken leg goes into leg in a cast.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
a
a
leg in a cast.
It's like a walking boot kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you still have a crutch, but you can probably get along.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, on crutches is actually a better way to express that.
I mean, I would have just said das Boot.
And then we'll do one last favor for your new status with the DA.
Okay.
So on crutches is still a 2.
Mm-hmm.
One last favor is a 1.
Cool.
You walk out of the hospital, kind of glumphing out, and you do have a meeting booked with the DA when a car pulls up to the the patient pickup thing, and it's like a sporty little hatchback. The window rolls down, and it is Tinkerbell.
Oh.
Get in, loser. We're going criming.
A, criming's not a word, last time I checked. And B, I can't really crime, as I've been grounded in more ways than one.
Well, you are so lame. You know that?
Oh, right. I'm choosing to have a broken leg right now.
Oh, you can fly, dummy.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a really beautiful sight. A little boy with a cast flying through the air, just this big, anchor on his leg, his ball and chain.
Well, fine. Do you want to ride or not?
I would love a ride.
And she gets out, and she's whereas she was definitely glam, I think she's a little more rock punky sort of look right now, like a band T-shirt,
Like a riot girl.
Not super shaved head, but more I guess grunge alternative sort of.
Shirley Manson.
She definitely still has
probably a reference you don't get.
Pixie haircut, band T-shirt, ripped jeans. She opens the door and is like, "Your carriage, monsieur."
Thank you, Dick.
I think she is maybe she's definitely older than you. You're 12 and she's more 17, 18.
Yeah.
And she grabs your crutch and crutches and chucks them in the back seat and slams the door and grinds up the car and pulls away. There's a hole in the muffler, so it's making a shit ton of noise.
Right,
Like, this
yeah.
is not like, and you're kind of looking around and you're like, you don't think this is her car?
Yeah, I didn't take you for a hatchback driver.
Well, there's a reason for that, and she jerks her thumb back at the hatchback, which has been busted in.
Oh, good. I am so glad that when you chucked my crutches back there that they didn't fly out the window.
No, you're gonna need your crutches, you big baby.
I know, I'm aware. My leg told me so.
Oh my gosh. Why can't you just wish it away?
Wish it away.
Yeah, wishes. They exist. We exist.
We exist, but wishes isn't on my resume.
Why not?
I can fly. I can fight. I lacked the hammer last time I wished something, and it happened. I wish I could find my parents. That's not a thing.
Well, I'm glad that you can fly because that's where I need you.
Okay. How can a broken-legged flying boy help you?
Well, do you still generate pixie dust?
Yes.
Okay.
But you used to be the one to provide me with that.
Well, you know how you don't have all the powers that you think you should?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that's missing from me.
Got it. So it's kind of, if I don't help you, you can't do crap, and if you don't help me, I can't do crap. So we have to work together.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
No.
We're working together again.
You've
Tink and Pete.
yeah, but Tink's gotten weird.
I got weird?
You're breaking into cars and stuff.
Well, I can't fly everywhere like you can, so I gotta get around the city somehow.
You could get a bike. Bikes are fun and they're healthy.
Fine, let's get a bike together. Oh, you can't.
We can get a tandem bike and you can do all the work.
Well, isn't that what's probably gonna happen here?
Yeah, isn't it great?
She just needs to squeeze you from some dust, dude.
Look. I need your help because I have an opportunity
Oh no.
that if I can pull it off, you and I can blow town.
What if I don't want to blow town?
Why would you want to stay here?
Because I got my boys, my team. They're probably more family to me than any family I've had.
What are you talking? Are the Lost Boys are here?
Kinda.
Haven't found them yet because they're lost.
They are indeed lost. I am looking.
Well, then who are you referring to?
My baseball team.
Okay, look.
We've even got our own chant. Roofy. Oh!
Okay, look. I need your pixie dust because I have a chance to get us $500,000.
And what are you going to do with $500,000?
Well, if you give me pixie dust, I'm going to give you half. And then, if you don't want to come with me, hey, that's fine. I'll go move to Vegas and wipe my tears, my very twinkly tears with $100 bills.
I mean, $50 would buy a lot of Three Musketeers bars.
3. Oh my god.
Isn't
Kid.
that's how that maths, right? 50? No?
Well, what are you going to do with the other 249,950?
Ooh, buy more candy. And maybe a new bat and a new hat.
Okay, well, you can do all that baby stuff as long as you help me with the pixie dust.
Used to love this baby stuff.
Yeah, but I grew up.
That's the one thing you swore to me you'd never do. We swore that to each other.
well, things change, kid. The city changes people. I didn't ask to be put into this body necessarily, but
No.
that's how I got here.
But you have all the power in the world to make different choices.
I'll have even more power if I have 6 figures in cash.
Fine. When and where?
Tonight, we're going to steal $500,000 from Zeus. And that is where we end our episode here tonight. Please join us for next week to see how things play out in the City of Mist from all of us here at Theater of the Mind Players. I'd just like to remind you, just repeat to yourself that it's only a game, and you should really just relax.
Congratulations, fellow human! You've reached the end of an exciting episode of Theater of the Mind Players. If you enjoyed our story, please like the video. If you want more games, subscribe to our channel. Attack the bell for notifications on new posts. If you liked the episode, please tell us what you enjoyed the most in the comments. If you loved the episode, consider joining our Patreon. You'll get access to special shows, session zeros, and help us determine what we play on the show. We love our friends of Pat Rayon, and we hope to see you there.
Did you know that scientists don't actually really understand how eels procreate?
Folks, you gotta watch the video.
There you go. There you go,
Lamb,
Lan. There's
for the
another
love
GIF.
of God, please make that GIF. Or GIF.
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 I think it's pretty obvious, right?
It's not, but I'm not gonna. I watched an entire documentary on it.
Or at the very least,
I just watched an entire
at
documentary.
the very least, I feel like that goes in
I
Ethan's,
caught the
like,
Cliff
along
Notes.
with his sad moment. I feel like we're gonna just do Ethan reaction shots. Okay.